What's up, world? It's your boy K Fox. I'm in the building with NDemand. Let's go.
And he is certified, and he definitely got my girl sitting beside me, Miss Kimmy Smith. Make some noise for us.
All right, Queen City. How we doing? How we doing?
All right, now did you bring the sunshine?
I did.
You hear it in her voice, y'all. Like K Fox said, it is cold outside. Isn't it cold?
Yep, and that ain't all she brought.
What else?
You need to stop.
Go ahead. Just full of it. Just full of shine.
She's full of shine. Okay, cool. Good job. I am excited for one. Number one, it's because it's October and it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
All right.
And serious. It's one of those things where we have to make some noise and make it live, make it loud. You know, I say think pink. You know, we stand up.
That's right. It's a great thing. And it's not just for women. Breast cancer is in men as well. So
it is.
Stand up.
Stand up and make it known. Hey, Fox.
Yeah.
I know you don't really, say a whole lot. You know, you serious about a lot of things. But tell me a little bit, dealing with men and them standing up about themselves and health issues. Can you give me a little bit? Because we're going to start with me, because women, we can talk all day.
Yeah, y'all do that quite well.
But on a serious note, men and their health. Can you kind of give us, because I know you take care of yourself very well.
Oh yeah. We are talking about breast awareness, and it's not just in women, also men. For some reason, we tend to be a little lax of getting checkups. Women, they usually go get their monthly thing or whatever, but women, men, we don't do that often. We really need to. We really need to stop playing games. Life is not promised to no one.
That's right.
It's really your gambling. You're playing a game. You're just rolling the dice like you will be home or something cannot happen. It can happen. Your whole life can change in a blink of an eye. Just without getting that one checkup.
One. It's a paper. That's right. Here today, tomorrow.
And so my thing is, please, guys, I can't stress it enough. A little later on in the segment, I'm going to share my testimony simply because it's time for me to stand up and make a voice for the people. We will be having some special guests popping in throughout the time. This is very live, and this is an opportunity for you all to get out here, make some noise, and at least get on here and advertise who you are, your business, your organization, and tell us how you're involved with this month. I'm excited, and I can't express it enough. This is my time to shine for real now, because I'm going to tell the people, exactly, some of my interpersonal life. So, how?
And we're excited.
I'm excited, yeah. So, but anyway, what's popping off? Let's have some junk talk just for a minute, because I don't want people to be somewhere sitting around crying and boo-hooing, because it's a celebration. Anyway, so we already came off, he always out here causing a disturbance around town.
Being certified.
I'm not used to talking junk, so.
Yes, you
I
are.
can follow suit well.
You can follow suit?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and start off junk talking.
Well, you got on pink today.
Hey, for the world.
Tell her, say what?
It's not pink, it's fuchsia, okay? It's a difference. Real men don't wear pink.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Real men don't wear pink. Okay, we got somebody in the audience. I'm going to have people come up. I know, hey, you going to come on up, introduce yourself. Mr. Man, we're starting off with y'all first. We got a couple men out here. We're going to have y'all come up on stage right quick and just introduce yourself and just kind of tell us how you feel about men standing up and just talking about health in general. Come on! I'm junk talking right now, so I'm putting men on blast. Come on up, don't be scared. Jump on the mic right there.
Y'all tuned into an NDemand on 103.3 WGIV.
Yeah.
We are having Cancer Awareness Day.
That's it. That's the whole month.
The whole month?
Yeah.
Is that for men and women for the whole month?
Yes.
Cancer don't care who it is.
That's right. We have our first guest in the house. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hello, everybody. I'm Michael Kasey. I'm new to the Charlotte area. I'm from Virginia, and I'm just here to come out and support breast cancer awareness. I just want to tell all the gentlemen that's out there that, like I said, go get yourself checked. It's a serious, it's nothing to play with.
It is nothing to play with. That's what I'm talking about. He is standing proud. He's tall and standing for what he believes in, which is men standing up for themselves.
I'm tall. Why you didn't say that about me? You didn't say that. I didn't come in to show being tall. I can tall.
Okay, what you got to say about that?
I'm gonna let that one ride.
Oh, okay.
The gentleman that spoke was a very nice looking man. I know you can't see him out there radio land, but it's nice to see that our brothers are taking care of themselves. You too, K-Fox.
Oh.
And,
Discrimination.
Yeah. Now, we had spoken a little earlier. Tell us what it is that you do, sir.
Currently, I'm in school full-time, getting my bachelor's degree in music production, and I'm trying to launch off my own record label, Split City Entertainment.
Say it one more time for us, please.
I'm currently in school full-time, getting my bachelor's degree in music production, and like I said, I'm trying to start off my own record label, Split City Entertainment, and I've also been a DJ for about 4 years.
About 4 years. Excellent. We're looking to kind of join ourselves together. And you see, we're in a great venue right now. It's 617 East 28th Street. For all of those who do not know, this is a community support center, basically. And it's an entertainment avenue for you. Whatever your entertainment may be, that's what we can provide for you. So we're here taping live. We actually got our videos going and everything. So you will see some of this out here in TV land or video land, internet land, podcast land, whatever you want to call it.
so much media everywhere.
You know, so you always got to keep your face on at all times because you don't know what's happening right now. Wow. So we thank you, sir. Again, just please stress to the men about, how they need to take care of themselves.
Yes, man. Please go get yourself checked. Even the young youth, it's good to go start at an early age and make sure you get your checkups as needed. And like I said again, God bless everybody.
All right, good job. Thank you so much. Wonderful. We've had some more people come in. We have, oh my goodness, we have some stars in the house. We have Mr. Omar, Tyree, who stepped in. We're going to bring him up in a few minutes to talk a little bit about breast cancer awareness and even men health. This is the whole thing about men health. We want him to step up. And we also have representative for QC Stay at Home Mom Group. So we're going to bring her up as well in just a little bit. But we definitely want to make sure we take care of ourselves.
Hello.
And I ain't gonna keep talking them junk, I promise you I'm not. K-Pop.
Yo, right.
With your pink on, it's all good.
With my short pink, right?
With your short pink on.
Yeah, it's all right.
I appreciate that. So what happened this weekend, though?
Oh, nothing. I mean, we didn't do too much anything. I mean,
Was-
it's pretty laid back.
Was it because it was raining?
Pretty much, come on. I'm right.
You
It's starting to rain, we ain't going nowhere. We're in the house hungry. It's not sad.
But see, and that brings us to the fact that we, as an African American culture, we don't do what's against the grain. We go with the grain, and that is saying with the grain. We need to kind of, change that and go against the grain, so to speak. Take away a lot of the things that may feel good at that time and do something that doesn't feel good, like taking care of yourself or, helping your loved ones. Because we were talking earlier, K-Fox, about some things pertaining to loved ones.
Yes, we were.
Yeah, and how we don't come together as a collective group of people. It's one against the other. And that's not even just family, that's just in general. We're always crab mentality. If it seems as though you're pulling ahead of me, well, hey, I'm ready to grab you and pull you back down because you ain't get past me.
Ain't nothing worse than a tall crab.
A tall crab.
We can all be short.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
About to. I'm only saying that's what's right?
Yeah, you
Five,
said
3.5.
5 to 6 and a quarter, actually.
Oh, we talking about niggas and dimes. That is what's up. I'm excited. We are going to bring another person up real quickly, and I need you to move quick. We have none other than Mr. Kenneth Lyles in the house. Mr. us none today. But
Made that right over there?
yes.
Oh, he is awesome.
Yes.
And does very, very well. You would not expect what you get, I promise you. It looks good and it tastes good. That doesn't always happen in that order.
It does. Right. So, Mr. Kenneth Lyles is in the building. Make some noise, sir.
How y'all doing out there? How are y'all doing out there?
I know that's right. Tell us a little bit about what, you know what I mean, you talking to Mike, you know, you got to talk to the mic. So guess what? Look, it's called, what's the name of your business?
Kenneth Cakes.
Kenneth Cakes. And for all of those who know, I kind of represent his cakes whenever we're around. Anytime we're having a special function, he's one of the ones that said, you know, what can I do for you? You know, let me see what I can do. And he can do it today.
Not today, no.
Not today?
Well, I'm not going to knock him today, but for our community event that we had several months ago, the cake was the bomb.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And for you who do not, in the radio land, he's a male. And guess what? Y'all guessing? He can cook. He can cook.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with
No,
that.
it's not that. Now listen, the first question that I do want to ask you is how important is it for men to stand up and take care of themselves?
It's very important. I myself am a living witness that men do need to get checked because 8 years ago I was diagnosed with Salon cancer in my nose. They removed the left side of my nose and sewed it back on. Now I'm in stage 1 lung cancer.
Gosh, oh my goodness. This is what I'm talking about. Men, please, by all means, this man is, how tall are you?
6'4".
6'4", and he is standing, I'm serious, he is standing up, and this is something that's very serious out here. I can never imagine, you know what I'm saying, and he's looking nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never think anything. It's
Never.
so long you don't look.
You know, and that was his testimony to the radio land, to these cameras. Man, it's no joke out here. He's young, and something came across him, and he's standing up with this thing saying, look, this thing is real talk.
It's very much real because if you don't go get checked, you never know. There's no need to be scared because being scared can stop you from seeing another day or knowing what's really going on inside of your body.
That's right. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Did you have any symptoms? Did you feel bad? What made you go to the doctor?
With the melanoma, that's a skin disease, and what happened is some bumps grew on my nose that I thought maybe might have been warts or something. So I went and had them froze off a couple of times, and they came back, and then they came back, and then they came back. So finally I just stopped and went to where I needed to go, and they took it off and ran tests on it, and it came back as cancerous, and that's when they realized it was melanoma.
So you wasn't having checkups prior to seeing something?
No, I just thought that, like I said, I just thought it was, maybe a wart or just a regular bump, like a hair bump on my nose or something like that. I never paid it really any attention, and I kept, as anybody, you see a bump or something, you go to pushing and trying to pop, and that was just making matters worse instead of finding out why this thing occurred at such a late time in my life.
Okay, so basically what I'm saying is that we shouldn't wait till we see symptoms. You know,
Right,
we should
right.
get a regular regimen when we're gonna go get checked out, whether it's once a month, quarterly, whatever it is. It'd be better to wait till we see something. So make sure all you men out there go get checked just for no reason. Like I live in the health clinic, so it's not.
Well, I appreciate, I really do, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate that testimony. I appreciate you standing up and representing for, strong men, because it's nothing worse than a weak man hiding behind glitz, glamour, and like I put on Facebook, smoke screens, clouds, parties, and thinking that you all that because you got on the latest shoe and the latest gear. But guess what? On the inside of you, none of that stuff is new. We've had that for many, many years. I don't care what age you are, that's when you're representing how old the inside of your body is. So you mean to tell me you're going to go and get a $200 pair of shoes and think that it's all that, but you've been carrying that body around for 20, 30, 40, 50 years?
And won't invest that money to check on yourself.
Oh my God, girl, the goosebumps just popped up on me and I'm like, wow. You know, so thank you so much. His name is Kenneth Lyles and he is Kenneth the Cakes. Now, for all those who love sweets like I do, I'm telling you, oh boy, I'm gonna say oh boy, he's a very nice gentleman, but oh boy can cook. You know, and for those who don't know, he's a white man. For those who do not know, putting it down, he is white and making it happen. So is it okay to put out your number for those who do want to get some of those beautiful cakes that you make? I'm telling you, everything he does is like sweet and off the chain. So if you want to put your number out there and even call him if you want to ask for, you know, some kind of moral support, because he is one that really means what he say. Check yourself out. He gave his testimony on air live, people. So, do you want to get your number out?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's what's up. Say it slow.
704
Yeah.
224 2335.
That-
Again, that's 704 224 2335.
And definitely, if you didn't catch that number, we will make sure that it is on Facebook. He makes some wonderful, wonderful treats. So if you're looking for somebody that has some good deals, or whatever the case may be, and you want to taste something that's really, really good, then guess what? Call that number, and he'll be happy to set you up with some good stuff. All right, Kenneth, thank you so much for your support.
No problem.
Awesome. Good job. We have some more people in the house, and I want to talk junk, but this is not junk time talking. To talk junk, so I appreciate it very much for y'all just bearing with me. We are going to bring one more person up. I'm going to say.
Pick somebody short.
Well, you are
Pick somebody short. Everybody
okay, so the kids that are up, I've been sitting out there in the tables, I think maybe a little shorter. You know. That's okay. Okay, we'll bring one of them up though. I promise you we will.
Well, that'll work.
Okay. We got Miss Kelle in the house. Oh, Miss Kelle. Miss Kelle, I am so happy that you are here. Just hold on, girl. I'm going to bring you up because she is Miss Supermom. I promise you I'm going to bring her up. Definitely let her give her skill on a lot of different things that's happening in the community. Y'all, I thank y'all for coming out in support of breast cancer awareness. This is something that's totally different, something that's totally, you know, I think it's different. Is it different? K-5, you should know.
It's definitely different, but I like the fact that people are out here supporting it.
That's right.
We can talk about foolishness all day, and we need to talk about something that's going to help raise awareness.
Something that's going to bring
We here.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's what's up. I want to make sure. Mr. Omar, how you been out there? Yeah, I tell you, brother, he's been in the community. He's been all over the world. He's certified.
He's about 5'8".
He's certified.
He said until I stand up.
Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing your support. And brother man got on his pink. You know, real man wear some pink.
That's how
I ain't mad. That's how.
He's not looking.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
So, but anyway, I want to, who else is out there? Presbyterian cancer, Miss Willie Adams, OMG. Hey, love, how you doing? I definitely, you know, I'm going to say you and Mr. the Big Dog, I'm going to say y'all to the last. I'm going to make sure that I get y'all up here and we're going to talk about some serious things, you know. And Miss Willie Adams, she is a health educator from Presbyterian Cancer Center. And I thank you for coming. I really thank you for coming, love. Who else remember? I get excited. I really do. Okay. We're going to bring up, let's see here, Miss Ashley Brannon with QC Stay at Home Moms Group. Come on up, girl. And she has on her pink, and she's looking cute with the heels on. It's getting cold. We get to break out our heels now.
Boots, girl, boots.
Boots and heels. You got on those too today. Excellent. celebrating with WGIV today, and you giving a shout out to both council.
Yes,
Where? Talk to me a little bit about QC staying home. First, talk to me a little bit about, the awareness and where you stand on it.
Well, I've had many loved ones affected with breast cancer. So it's very important for everyone to get tested, do anything preventive to not get the cancer. Eating good, being healthy, working out, going to the doctor, do whatever you can, because when you get it, it's hard to recover from it.
That's right, sweetie. I thank you for that. And you're representing for QC Stay at Home?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Tell me a little bit about that.
We are a great group of women who have children, and we do different things for them. We go to their play dates, go to the park. We do a lot of things with our children. We try to educate them about health, give them good leadership, character, moral examples to live by. We just like to have fun with our children.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. Is there any information that you want to give out to the radio land pertaining to it, or how we can get involved with it, or we're going to wait and bring out the
Yeah, we can wait and bring the president up.
Awesome, because the president is in the house. He's coming in, and her name is Miss Kelle Pressley. And she is a wonderful lady, and she has been supporting me throughout the community in different events, and I definitely want to bring her up and let her have her say as well in what she does. And she got on her pink, which colors? Converse. That's what I'm talking about. So we're going to bring her up as well. But Miss Ashley Brannon, I thank you for coming up, showing your support. Is there any final words that you want to say?
Just get tested, get sprayed, and try to do everything you can to prevent it. All about trying to prevent it before it gets too far gone.
That's excellent. And she looks so pretty. That pink is you, girl. I tell you it is. Thank you so much, baby doll. Miss Kelle, come on up. I need you to represent very well. And she's bringing the little one with her.
Stop.
Are you going to Awesome. Thank you, baby doll. Good morning.
Good morning.
You, baby doll.
Glad
This
to
is
be
the
here.
lady. She always takes a smile with her wherever she goes.
Got to.
And I know that's right. Talk to me, girl. Thank you for coming out.
Well, first of all, I am so grateful to have the invite to come and sit along the panel. Because engagement, education is the key word. I mean, it's amazing. Just like, you've made some awesome plugs online talking about, get excited about a bunch of junk mess. And life is definite. There's a beginning and there's an ending.
Thank you.
And what you do in between is essential. So there was no place that we would be the size here this morning to say, yeah, I'm a mother of 9 and it's cheaper to get a burger. But in the long run, I know if I want my kids, I want to see my grandkids, I want to see them play. I'm going to make sure they eat their greens. If they can get it from the field, even better. If we can go and play basketball in the backyard, I got enough that we can get a good game going. We're going to do that together. But you definitely getting tested is essential. It really is. It has a lot to do with who I am as a mom, my output, my whole aspect of life and living. I got it both ends. My mom, my best friend, she passed of cancer. And the thing about it, she would never get tested. And she's one of those women that just absorbs so much from everybody. And it's like, I'm okay, just keep me in your prayer. And prayer is a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong.
Prayer without words.
There you go. So, but in essence, she didn't do anything until the last minute, and we sat there and we watched the carriage. She even said, everyone's leaving out except for me. I can't go anywhere. And this is a praying woman, but her diet wasn't right, her exercise wasn't right, but her heart was still strong. And if she didn't leave anything else, she left the willpower in me to make sure my kids, my husband, my children, and myself do better. And I could go even further how we tied 2 years before that. We lost our daughter to something that had to do with the immune system. But bottom line, when that Ashley stood up here, she so gracefully was talking about stay-at-home mom group, it was built as a support system for other moms. So we can say, look, we don't know everything, but we know people that know something, and we can get the information to you. And you know, when it comes to our activities, we try to have some substance to it. We cook with our kids, we exercise with our kids, we educate our kids, and we have fun. So it's all about pulling the resources pulling our local resources, like you, NDemand, and basically saying, look, Charlene has an opportunity where we can share with our kids how to live better, the importance of testing. You know, I homeschool and I brought my daughters out and they're learning as well. They see these beautiful panels.
Now go ahead.
Of a strong man. They see the strong man here. You know, they're picking up on his vibes, you know. Height isn't everything, trust me. And they see these beautiful women and they say, okay, you know, they look great, they feel great, they're smiling. Well, he's pulling the mic, he don't like what I say.
That's what definitely y'all took me into it. NDemand 103.3, 9 kids.
Yes.
Trojan man.
Well, welcome back to NDemand on air. We are live and in the community. We are live at 617 East 28th Street. That is on the corner of North Davidson and Jordan. We're right here on the corner, popping it, and we are glad that we have a great group of people in-house. We have a co-host, Ms. Kenneth Smith.
All right, Quincy.
Okay, we have our guest co-host in-house, Mr. Certified himself, K. Fox. I'm excited still to this day. I'm nervous, but it's a great memory because this is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I have some great group of people surrounding me making it happen, so I'm excited. Breast Cancer Awareness Month, WGIV, Ms. Kelle in the house, and definitely we're going to make sure that information is on our Facebook page and our website, just to show our support for you as well. All right, and she got her babies in the house, Miss Queen City Mom. All right. Okay, we have such a special guest on our panel today. We have Mr. Omar Tyree, one of the famous, if not the famous. No. He's a just one of them. This man has really represented all over the world. And for him to even bless me with his presence today was just phenomenal.
Well, you know, you're going to work in the community, you know, you go from doing people's hair to doing fashion events, to doing magazines, and now doing, you know, breast cancer awareness and whatever else is important to the community. You know, I cut hair too, coming out of Philadelphia.
Didn't know that.
So I understand how important that position is, where people, you know, they sit down in the chair and they really think about what you're doing to help them look presentable to the world.
Yeah.
And so you really have an open door to so many different people who know you. And so to do something like this with people that already respect you is a great thing. And then you gave me a great opportunity to wear my pink tie. Had me in the drawer for years, and I just hadn't had any time to wear it. So this is perfect. And I see pink all over the place. You know, of course, I'm heavy in football, so the football players wear pink during the whole month of October. And so it's cool to be able to come out and talk about something that affects so many people in the community.
Right, because it's not only the women, this affects men as well. So we got men standing up today. This show wasn't even about men, but it is about men because you came out in to support. So
you're going to have men that have mothers, you know, have cancer sisters, they have wives, you know, girlfriends, you know, people that they care about as well. So it's not like it's just hitting, you know, one people. If we're connected to that community, it's going to hurt us as well.
That's right.
And so definitely, you know, you want to be a part of that and make sure you get the right information out there and people get the help that they need and support that they need.
That's right. I thank you so much for that. Tell me a little bit about who you are for those who don't know, and I can't believe out here you don't know who this man is. If you read any,
you know, it's
you don't know who it is, right?
It's a different era. People are doing things with more television now. You know, you have internet, you got Facebook, and you got Twitter. So many different ways where people are getting information. So I'm an old school storyteller. You know, us book writers, Terry McMillan put a lot of spotlight on African American book writers in the 1990s. And at that time, I was the youngest. You know what I mean? I was in my 20s. Of course, that was the 90s. You know, so I'm not in my 20s any longer. But during that time, we exposed the African American community to a whole lot of our stories that weren't being told.
That's right.
You know, and the writers before us that came through, Alice Walker, Toni Morrison, Maya Angelou, they had so much work about slavery. And it was like, we haven't been slaves for 100 years. You know, what about what we've been doing after slavery? And so Terry McMillan and I came through, B.B. Moore Campbell, Eric Jerome Dickey, Michael Bazin. We had just dozens of brand new authors who came through in the 1990s and said, hey, black people are more than slaves.
That's right.
We've been doing some other things too, you know, with our time, with our history. So that was important for me to be able to do that. We did it for 20 years, but again, you know, things transition, so you have to transition as well. And so I'm starting to get into writing television shows and traveling more around the world because, as you said earlier, it's a world culture. And so if Americans are done with telling all their stories, you start traveling around the world and telling stories around the world of black people in Africa, black people in Brazil, you know, black people in Canada, black people in London, and Britain, and France. I saw the Olympics this year. You had more black people in France than any country. I said, wow, boy, we must have taken over France. You know? And so you want to travel the world and find out what's out there and then report those stories back. And so it's always good to be able to communicate. And I'm one of those great communicators from the 1980s, 90s eras of everywhere.
Oh, I like that. That man know how to speak, doesn't he?
Well,
I like that. That is what's up. I appreciate it. Now tell us, how can we get in contact with you for, do you still have any of them old books?
Do I still have
any of the old books?
Yeah, they're on the bookshelves all the time. You can order them. Amazon has everything. But right now, again, we're in the internet era, the Google era. You Google or go online and type up my name, OmarTyree, and a million things pop up. And that's because you've been busy for so many years. So I've done so many things. I'm like, wow, I forgot I did that. But you're talking about from 1992 to 2012, 20 straight years of activity. And so every time you do something, somebody types something in and put it in the computer. So I literally have pages and pages of information. But my website is going to be the first thing that pops up, OmarTyree.com, where you can go right there and get my body on the things that I'm doing, over the last 3 or 4 years. And then I'll have to update that for things that I'm working on.
All right, I like that. Thanks, speak well.
Yes.
I'm just like, okay, anything else? Any final words you want to say? Any final words you want to say dealing with the month of breast cancer awareness?
Well, again, you bringing a spotlight to breast cancer awareness and bringing people out to speak, it's a good thing. Just keep doing it, do it every year and stay active with it. And if somebody you knows has cancer, make sure you get those people out and celebrate them and get their spirit back. There's a lot of people that they survive cancer, they have people who support them.
Right.
And that's something we're going to beat this. And they go ahead and beat it. So I've been around some folks who have beat cancer a couple of times.
Yeah.
And it's the spirit that keeps them going, and people caring about it and knowing that, I have other people that's been through this, and I have a bunch of energy that people can do.
Celebration of life.
So we go out and get it and be around people and get some food and party and get past this thing.
Thank you.
And then get back to health.
My God, he done said a lot. Thank you, Mr. Omar Tyree.
No problem.
I appreciate it. Stick around. Make sure you get some of that good food from Tanner's Soul Food that is in the house. Making some noise. I'm excited for her to be out. She has her people on and just representing for the month, and that is my sister girl. She has been supporting me throughout the year. So thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your treats and food and all that good stuff with us. And we're going to give you a shout out in a minute. All right. Thank you, Mr. Omar Tyree. We get some of that and we'll catch you in just a few minutes. We're going to definitely turn the wheels a lot and bring up some very serious, one serious young lady who is going to talk about preventative measures and early detection and all that good stuff. That name is Miss Willie Ammons. She is coming on up. Come on up, baby. Come on up. Thank you so much for coming. Awesome. K-Fox, what you got to say about that?
Hey, all you fellas out there that need to check up, come on down to 617 North Edison, right?
That is 17 East 28th Street.
Oh, all that right there?
On the corner. It's in NODA. It's in NODA.
You can see her outside with a
so excited. You know, when you see other people's spirits, you just gravitate to them. And she was one of the ladies with a big smile, and I was like, okay, I can ask her a question. And I went to her, and she had no problem in talking to me and telling me, look, here's my information. Bam, let me check my schedule and get back with you. And the woman got back with me and said, I'm going to do this. Miss Willie Addams, y'all make some noise for her. Thank you for coming out with us. We are excited to have you up here. Now, you tell me how important it is for women to make sure that they get themselves checked out.
Okay. It is important for all women to have a mammogram, first of all, and who are 40 years of age and older. It's also important for us to spread the message just about breast cancer awareness. Everybody knows somebody that's been touched by this disease.
That's right.
And one of the points I was listening earlier as you all were talking is that, you know, we also have men that are affected by this disease. And that's a fact that sometimes isn't shared as much. But you all remember the actor from Shaft, Richard Roundtree.
Yeah.
He's a breast cancer survivor. Yes. So, and there are others out there. Now, breast cancer doesn't affect men in the numbers that it affects women.
Right.
And, you know, it's just very important for us to be aware and to spread the message so that our children can be healthy, so that we can be healthy as families, and so that we know these warning signs early and we can get them checked out and we have a better chance for a better prognosis.
Right, and so what I wanted to just to say as far as the statistics of that is 1 out of 1,000 in the men or women are expected to be diagnosed with breast cancer. Now, you know there are millions of us, but that's 2,140 men who are expected to get that disease. So that's a big number, even though the number is small in a degree, but it's a big number just for general purposes. The number triples with women. So it's 1 out of 8 women.
1 out of 8.
Exactly. So I just wanted to make sure that we understand, you know, that how important it is. Because you don't know what number you are.
Yeah.
You know, numbers don't have eyes. Numbers cannot give you, you know, it just pops up and you are that number.
And a lot of us think too that it's just family history, but most women who get breast cancer don't have any family history. So
That's right.
That's important to know too. Although that we tell women if you do have family history, how important it is for you to get tested or to do that mammogram and to sometimes even do it earlier than what the screening guidelines recommend. It's really important for you to get what your doctor decides.
That's right. 85% of the women have breast cancer, so it's bigger than lung cancer. Am I correct?
I just did some research on this the other day, and I think the way that it goes is it's, if you look at in general, it's lung cancer, then it's breast cancer for women, then it separates out to prostate cancer for men, and then it goes on from there.
Okay, but they're the top 2.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's a real
Awesome. Just general information. What type, do you know what type of breast cancer there are?
There are several. You all, and I'll just highlight one of them. You hear something called DCIS or ductal carcinoma in situ, and a lot of people refer to that as a good type of breast cancer. So if because it's contained, that in situ means it's contained to a certain area.
Yeah.
So that's particularly the type of breast cancer that is a little bit better in terms of cure rates. Most doctors will tell you, oh, this is the easy type to deal with, you know, and they can pretty much get it as a form of mammogram coverage. There are some other ones, inflammatory breast cancer, very hard to deal with. Any of the invasive types are really hard to deal with. And of course, I'm not a nurse or a doctor, so, but those are pretty much the general things that, you know, you need to kind of be aware of. Once a woman gets breast cancer, though, even the ductal carcinoma in situ, you know, you're more likely or more at risk for getting another breast cancer. So that's important too.
Is there any kind of preventive measures besides getting checked up that we can do as a grabbing them too much? What's the, I'm saying, we need to know what's causing this, man. I can't even stop this.
Stop it. We wish we could. One of the things, though, and someone highlighted this earlier, when they were talking about the food and exercising. We know that with women who, particularly after postmenopause, need to be very careful about their weight, because there's a risk factor with that. There's a risk factor with alcohol. The healthier you are in general, sometimes can be protected. But it does not mean no woman goes out and does anything to get breast cancer. It's one of those things that it just hits us, you know. And unfortunately, it's a disease that sometimes it comes with the stigma, and women a lot of times, particularly those that are caregivers, will say, you know, I'm so busy taking care of everybody else, you know, they put themselves last. And that's what we don't want to happen. Is we want to be a community that thinks about, you know, the health of ourselves, our others, daughters, sisters, mothers, aunts, grandmothers, everyone. So it's just really important. Too many women don't get mammograms. Too many women don't do them on a regular basis. Too many women don't know what their breast tissue feels like, or check their breast. That's right. To find out, you know, what's going on. So there's some things that you can do. Those are just
okay, so a mammogram, that's kind of where you grab the breast. Come on now. I mean, mammogram. I just thought maybe the women can line up and we can check them all in one day. No? I just want to help.
Thank you for making that point. The mammogram is the X-ray of the breast. And you have to have a scheduled appointment to do that. So it's a specialized X-ray that will look at the tissue of the breast. They will use that to compare. Sometimes they'll see something there. Sometimes it's something that's just normal. Sometimes they'll want to do a diagnostic after that. And a diagnostic just means that, you know, we see something there, we want to kind of look and check it out and make sure it's nothing. Another thing that's happening with the mammograms is that everyone's gone to these digital ones, and digital ones are so much clearer for the technician, for the radiologist to read. And so sometimes they pick up on things that are not even there. You know, it's just like they're just really good. And so they'll call a woman back in for a diagnostic. We don't want to put fear in women, because every time when you're called back for a diagnostic, women get a little fearful and edgy and scared and say, what's going on here? You know, but the mammograms that they're doing today are really, really good. They are not perfect. And that's an important thing to know too, is they don't pick up on every case. Okay, you know, so, I'm sorry.
Hey, you've been quiet today, girl.
Because it's just so informative and it's good to get it out there. How often should a woman check, have a mammogram check?
Okay, 40 years of age and up, you should have a mammogram done at least once a year. Unless your doctor recommends otherwise. Okay. Okay. A lot of women will ask me, when do I stop? When do I stop getting these mammograms? You know, sometimes if a woman is 70-some years old, and you know, the doctor's like, you know, what are you going to do if you do find cancer? Or if it's, you know, and a lot of women will say, you know, I have lived my life. I'm not going to go for chemo, radiation, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to do any of that. You know, that's up to her and her doctor to decide what they want to do at that point, you know. But 40 years of age and up, once a year. Okay?
And for the women that are having it in their family,
okay,
how soon
should they start? That's a very good question. Women who are, say for example, we say 10 years prior to when that person, that first-degree relative was diagnosed. And when we say first-degree relative, we mean a mother, a sister, or a daughter. No grandparent. Mother, sister, daughter. So if a mother, sister, or daughter has had breast cancer, you want to start 10 years prior to when they were diagnosed. So if I was diagnosed at 45, then my daughter wants to start at 35. Start, you know, talking to her doctor about getting that mammogram done.
Answer these questions. Now, we as women who have purpose, we do, and those who don't have a lift and to give you some foundation. Is that a good bra to wear? If, you know, tell me about the bra.
You know, this has been a controversy, one of the myths that have been out there for a long time about, the wire and the bras and what kind of bra you should wear. There's no study that shows that that is related to breast cancer. And if it does, y'all hear it. Well, they're going to put somebody out of business.
Oh, yeah.
But there's no evidence or relationship between wearing it or the not wearing it. You know, we were taught as young women, you know, that you have to wear a bra to give you support. And, you know, that's going to keep you. It does not have an effect on cancer.
And some of us are so well endowed that we really need to have.
Yeah.
And what about the breast?
Breast implants for cosmetic reasons?
Yes.
You know, there have been some problems in the earlier days with some implants, but I don't think that those are related necessarily to breast cancer. They may have been related to having some leakage and some other things going on. There are a lot of women who do have implants, and you know, hey, if that's the way you want to go, as long as you're talking to your doctor about it, then that's okay. You know, I don't have any evidence or studies that base that on. But one message I do want to get out there is to get that mammogram and get it done every year. Check your breasts, know what your breast tissue, know what your risk factors are, talk to your family about your risk factors, because that's something that we don't do as a community. We sometimes don't know what runs in our family, and we need to make sure that we're aware of that. So that's really important. There are services out there for women who are uninsured, so don't let that stop you from getting your mammogram. We have a program, and there are other programs that are out there that help, and that's one of the reasons that we participate in things like Susan G. Komen, like the Avon Foundation, National Breast Cancer Foundation. They give us money to help women in our community to get mammograms and to not charge them anything. And it can be expensive.
And we're definitely going to have all of that information on our website and on our Facebook page. So make sure you just go in and tap into the Facebook pages with NDemand Magazine and Charlene Henderson Facebook pages. And all that information is going to be on there. Ms. Willie Adams, how can people get in contact with you or go through the
Presbyterian. Okay. Presbyterian, I work at Presbyterian Cancer Center in the Prevention and Early Detection Department, and my phone number is 704-384-5250. And call me, and I promise you, I'm not a person that sits at my desk, but I will get back with you because I'm out in the community a lot, and we do a lot of education. So, but we will get back with you and make sure that you have the information.
Real quick, could you give either one or two places where you do get who can't afford to get tested?
Well, Presbyterian Cancer Center, we have several. We have 8 sites. We have a new mobile unit. And so if you call my number, I will give you some of the sites to make sure that you touch your phone.
Good job. We're going to definitely wrap this up. WGIV on air with NDemand on air. But we're going to keep this going because this is a video that we are creating a series of. So regardless of we're off air, we're still taping live. So y'all make sure you stay around because I want everybody to get up here and be on the panel. Miss Willie Adams, this is not the last time. This is a friendship that we have created, and we're going to keep going and definitely make sure that we stay out in the community, making some noise and making it live. So I thank you so much for coming. Make sure you get some food from Tanner's Soul Food, which is on North Tryon. We definitely going to make sure she get a little plug in on that. And the food is excellent. So again, thank you, beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. On air, WGIV 103.3. Stay tuned for Katina Harris with Money Talk. We are out. So hey, we are with Miss Tamara Thomas, and we are excited that you even stopped by to even talk to us about breast cancer awareness. And I think that you said that you're an advocate for domestic violence as well.
Yes, ma'am, I am. And I'm also glad to be here.
I'm glad
you're
here.
part of this event.
Oh, yeah. love the energy, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm here because I represent the community as far as human services.
Yeah.
So breast cancer as far is part of the community, is representing people. And I wanted to educate women on how important it is to go out and get tested and to do preventative maintenance, to live longer and eat healthy and exercise, and also just try to be less stressful, because stress leads to cancer.
It does.
So if we could try to develop new coping skills and just try to live life. I know it's hard to be stress-free, but we can develop new coping skills to try to manage our care.
I like that. You go, girl. Isn't she beautiful?
She is.
We got some beautiful women in the
you.
house. K-Fox, what you say? Okay.
I ain't saying nothing. nothing. Everybody gets up here, y'all, tell them whether they're beautiful or tall. I don't want to hear that. That's going to cause cancer.
Oh, you said I'm glad that you are here, sweetheart. And speaking on next week's topic, we will be talking about domestic violence, and how it affects the community, whether it's, in-house or out-house. All of these things affect us. So we will have you back with us, speaking on that and bringing some of your
my insight. I'll be glad to share some of my insight and my experiences. And I'll be seeing you next week.
Awesome. Thank you. And that is Miss Tamara Thomas, y'all. I like that. Hey, Miss Katina Ammons.
Hello, Miss Kelly.
How you doing, boo?
I'm doing.
How you doing?
I'm doing.
I know that's right. This is my girl, Miss Katina. She has been with me for years, and she has been a great supporter in just about everything that I do, and especially for the community. She got on her pink. Look at the flower.
Yeah. It's short.
Yeah.
It's short. So this is short day jokes, so
It's short
okay.
stem. It's a short stem.
I can take it.
I got your back, girl. You
It's
know
a
that,
short
right?
stem.
But Miss Katina, she came out in support of all of this, and she has helped us in this whole process, and I'm excited to have her here. And Miss Katina, tell me, how, about the month, how do you feel about the whole month of breast cancer awareness? How do you feel about that?
Well, I have not had a direct contact effect trickle down through my family, fortunately enough, with breast cancer. However, my mother has her best friend, Sylvia Ryans, that found out in stage 4 for fear of not going when she should have gone months ago. And within 3 months, she passed away.
She passed away.
Yeah, so I do understand the importance of going and the mammograms and, the checks that the regular checkup. And because I don't know my father's history, excuse me, I have gone through my doctor to get a referral. You can also get a referral, if you're not certain of your history. You can get a doctor's referral to go so that your insurance will cover it if you're not 40.
And for those who don't know, this woman right here is research land. So if you say something, she's researching it. So believe me, she's very informative. I learned a lot from her.
Yeah.
We've grown with each other. So I definitely appreciate you even coming in and standing up.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciated the opportunity not only with breast cancer, but also with domestic violence. And that's something that, of course, I'm researching and I'm, getting participants for, and just to hear people's story. Remember the Amy's documentary that came out?
I do.
And watching that again, and just to see how the public and the 911, how they really don't follow through, So even for our youth and our teens, it's just being aware of everything. Everything is a red flag until you find out otherwise.
That's right.
You know, and that's with your body, that's with, from every aspect, everything is a red flag. Until you're comfortable with your own self, your body, from getting health screenings to emotional screenings. People think it's wrong to go talk to a psychiatrist. It's not. You know, if you can't journal, find an outlet somewhere.
That's right.
You know, so I'm very excited to see that come to pass, and you've done great things that I've always been, excuse me, a support of you and for what your vision is. And I can't wait to. At any time, I need to look up something for you, you know.
You got it.
You know, and you got that.
I know it.
So.
Believe me. I've seen it. I know it. And we'll definitely hear more from you next week, dealing with domestic violence. So just stay tuned with us, because we're building a series of video here that pertain to certain things in the community that we need to stand up and take action on. So we thank you, Ms. Katina.
Thank you.
Standing tall.
All right, we have Miss Michelle Washington in the house with us. She's beautiful and she is representing very well. We bring her to the forefront because, for one, just like myself, as a survivor, she is also a survivor, and she is beautiful and standing tall. Yes. She is standing tall. Miss Michelle, give me a little bit. We're going to let you speak. We're going to let you have the mic, because it's our time. You know, every day is our time, but this month brings a shine, you know, upon us. So I want to hear your take on how important it is to get yourself, you know, evaluated, tested, or whatever the case may be. Let me hear what, you know, some of your intake on that.
I'm Michelle Washington, and breast cancer to me is very dear to my heart. And the reason it is because I am an 8-year survivor.
Woo!
And I strongly believe that women should have mammograms. It doesn't matter if you have a family history or not, because I didn't have a history of breast cancer. I was the first in my family. And after me was a sister. And shortly after that, I had a niece that was diagnosed, but it was benign. So she didn't have to go through the process that I did with being diagnosed. And I didn't have a lump or anything. It's just that I went in for a routine mammogram, my very first one.
And how old were you?
35.
35.
So I was 35 when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So I would advise any woman, no matter how old you are. A lot of times they say 40, but I really and truly believe it should be before 40. Exactly. Thank God for my OBGYN who did it for me at 35, because I probably would have found out later. Oh my goodness. And I was diagnosed and I was stage 0 to 1. So I didn't have to do chemo or radiation or anything because it was found early. And after I was diagnosed, it was just something that God laid on my heart, that I needed to make women aware of breast cancer and to go in and be tested and have your mammograms, because it could save a life. It's a lot of us out here who is afraid to actually go in to have a mammogram, but they just don't realize how important it is and how it could save your life, and how you doing it can impact somebody else's life.
That's right.
So knowledge is one thing that is very important when you're dealing with breast cancer or going out to have a mammogram. So women, I'm just advising you to go in, have the mammogram. It'll save your life, and it'll impact your family's life, your sisters, your cousins, grandmothers, mothers, whomever you are. Go in and have that mammogram done. It will save your lives and a lot of other people's lives. So go ahead and be a role model for other women. There's a lot of survivors out here who could be there for support for you. In addition to supporting for breast cancer, there's a lot of foundations out here that is providing the support. Whether you have insurance or not, there's a health department. They have a program. There's CMC, there's Presbyterian. There is a lot of agencies out here that can help you to pay for your mammograms if you can't afford to pay for it. So go ahead and do what you need for yourself, your health. Eat healthy, exercise, please, please stop taking that route of saying, I don't want to know, because knowing will save your life. Treatment, yes, we all have to go through it. We're afraid. No, I don't want to be one of those people, but unfortunately, we can't determine whether we're going to be one of those people or not. So if you are, take that step to be a role model for someone else and support them. Give that information. Help out another sister, because it's a lot of us out here that needs that support. In addition to speaking about breast cancer, it was laid upon my heart to start a foundation to help cancer survivors and those going through their treatments and needing assistance with their mortgages and utilities. So additional information is going to come out about that foundation, but the most important thing right now is the awareness and to have that mammogram to help save your lives and give that information to someone else to help save their life. Thank you.
Awesome. Good job for you, baby doll. That was Miss Michelle. And Miss Michelle, you did the walk this weekend.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that walk and what was your experience there?
It was awesome. This year was my 8th year doing the walk with Susan G. Coleman. And it was just an awesome experience to meet a lot of survivors and to meet their families and friends and the supporters of breast cancer. And it was just a lot of information at the walk where it was telling you all about breast cancer, the preventive measures, and what you need to do to actually catch this disease at an early age, early stage. So it was a wonderful experience. I walked and I had sisters and cousins and my nieces, they all walked with me. So we had a really nice time out there getting information, meeting new people, and just doing the walk.
Awesome. And I was out there and it was a lot of us out there in the African American community. So it was really huge. And I felt the energy and everybody, even men had on pink tutus and little puppies and dogs. Yes. Dogs had on the pink little clothing items. I never looked it out. Right, it was crazy, but they were out there in support because as a woman, you don't just want to have your niece and your auntie and your mom or your grandmother. You want your grandfather, you want your nephew, them cousins and them, you know.
No pink dress though, pink dress.
Yes.
Yeah. Man?
Yes. Yeah, they were out there.
Real supporters.
They were just
You don't have to support wearing a pink dress.
But you know
a dress?
I mean, they had on their jeans. They had on their jeans, but they put the thing over top and dressed.
And just because it was a dress, it made you feel better though?
Yeah, it
was just about the support.
It's principle.
Yes.
So they could have been there without the dress and it would have been the same support, correct?
No, not
but it just made a difference.
You think they didn't stand out? Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
I can picture them right now, standing all the way out.
I do have one question for you though, because you are a survivor. Do you get mammograms more often throughout the year, or you still just do your annual examination?
When I was first diagnosed, I only had to do it once a year because of the stage that I was in at that time. But when I went back the last time, you know, they thought that they saw something else again. So now I have to do every 6 months, but those results came back negative.
Awesome.
So now I'm doing every 6 months again, but I'll advise anyone to
better
just
safe
go
than
and do
sorry.
it. Yes.
Did you feel any pain prior to going to get checked?
No. There was no indication or anything. It was just my first routine mammogram.
Okay, so when you found out, did you feel any pain?
No.
Okay.
There was no pain.
No pain at all. So, no pain, no gain. So no pain. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you coming.
You're welcome.
It took a lot out of you. I know you're very busy, and I have helped
anything for breast cancer.
Well, thank you, darling. I appreciate it. We will still build that relationship up, and whenever your foundation is up and you need some assistance with anything, by all means, call WGIV 1213.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
As well as myself. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, baby. Make sure you keep my number. So this is Mr. Michael A. Jackson, not the Michael Jackson, but Michael A. Jackson. You used to get kind of confused with that a lot just by your name, am I right?
Well, no, actually I enjoyed it. You know, people, you know, it was like a door opener for me. You know, when people call Michael Jackson, they look around like, where's Michael Jackson? But I took it as, you know, hey, Michael Jackson. That's my name. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate you coming out to NDemand on air. We're live and in the community, so I appreciate your support. Well, we appreciate your support as a whole. Tell us a little bit about why you came out and what it does to, what it means to come out and support.
Well, you know, I had a really dear friend of mine. She was cancer. She was diagnosed with cancer about 2 years ago, and you know, she was like a sister to me. And she didn't catch it in time. She actually passed away from cancer. And I find that, you know, men should be more supportive to, you know, their woman as far as knowing, you know, if their woman is diagnosed with cancer or have any form of, you know, cancers. They, you know, they need to know, you know, how to support the woman as far as, you know, making sure they do go out and get their mammograms, or, you know, making sure that, you know, less stress in the household, or, you know, making sure that the man takes, you know, take the lead role as far as the man in the foundation. And, you know, that helps bring, you know, less stress and also less cancer. And, you know, I find that, you know, people need to be more aware as far as, you know, how to handle situations when you actually find out that you've been diagnosed with cancer. You know, you can't wait too long. You must take an effect right away, because situations can turn around real quick for you. And you know, with cancer, it's hard to actually eliminate it once it spreads. And you know, cancer is a deadly situation, and it's starting to spread worldwide. It's just not a local situation. It's a worldly thing, and it's the whole world that's got to take effect. And I believe that, you know, now that, you know, there are more women being diagnosed with breast cancer, I think we need to take more action on it and, you know, be more aware about it, because our young youth are, you know, out there living in the world, the fastest world right now we're living in, and it's like we need to take action now.
That's right. I like that. Did you speak?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well spoken.
Yeah. Kim, do you have any questions for Mr. Jackson?
Basically, to go back to supporting, what else would you say to men in general, just outside of, you know, how can they be a support? But, you know, again, stepping up to the plate to do more things in the home, but what could they show the woman in their life? Because it doesn't have to necessarily be their wife or their girlfriend. Again, it's mothers, it's sisters and aunts that are in this. So what could they do?
It takes genuine love, and it takes, you know, just a happy man as well. You know, the man that goes out there, the man has to be a role model, a great leader of the home, and, you know, he has to be, you know, father, you know, a good father, and, you know, not just to his wife, it has to be to his whole entire family, so he can show a great example. And by being a great example to the mother, and also making sure that she's healthy, and you know, supporting in those areas, I believe that, you know, the man need to step up, you know, everywhere, you know, because we're losing a lot of foundation as far as homes, we're losing families, we're losing a lot of children to just stupidity.
Stupidity, I like that. Okay. Well, you've said a lot this morning. You know, you don't talk a lot, Michael Jackson, and for you to step up, stand up, and talk, you know, and give your rendition of this, I commend you.
Well, usually it's that first door that break down that fear, and then once you open up your mouth, it's like, can't stop.
I know that's right. But you actually, you know, God has been really good to you and your personal testimony, because you could have been dead and gone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, just give us just a little tidbit. I know you can talk a lot about that, but just tell us your personal testimony, how God was good to you, though.
Well, you know, in 2010, I'm actually a trauma survivor. I had a terrible bike wreck. I was actually riding up the road, leaving work, and an older gentleman was turning out in front of me, and he actually cut off, and it shut off, and I had no decision-making whatsoever, and it caused me to collide into him, which made me break my hip, severed all of my arteries, blood clots in my lungs. I ended up in CMC hospital for about 2 months with the trauma case, and basically God has been in every step of the way, and he's been providing me with healing every day. I give God the glory, because right now, without his help, I wouldn't be standing right here before you.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's awesome, because, you know, with all the, you know, the options of hip surgery and going and figure out if I'm going to get a total hip replacement, it's like God has been healing me, and I can't even I give God all the glory because right now, without his help, I wouldn't be here right now.
That's right, that's right. And I bring that up to give you a personal testimony because you could have been gone with the blink of an eye.
Yes.
Just like that, you know?
Literally blink of an eye.
Just blink of an eye. And for you to be here and to bring the awareness of anything is a testimony to God, you know? So I thank you for coming, and I thank you for sharing, and I thank you for your support.
Yes. I appreciate it. Thank you. You've done awesome.
That's dirty.